Your sanctification and growth as a woman has absolutely nothing to do with doing the job of the wife in marriage, but it has everything to do with the process of your healing and transformation as God's daughter. Your identity as it relates to Him, not a husband. My huge error was in thinking that the role of the wife mattered as much as my identity as God's daughter. I believed that you were supposed to pursue sanctification and transformation by doing all the functions and duties of the excellent wife. That's how I ended up chasing my husband. One of the places this concept comes from is Gary Thomas's book, Sacred Marriage. He's based his whole premise on the question, what if God designed marriage to make us holy more than to make us happy? The only thing that book did for me was to seamlessly pave the way for Dean to take more advantage of me. And as hard as this is to admit to you all, in my naivety and gullibility, I welcomed it as service to the Lord. That's how Christian leadership told me to reframe what I was experiencing in my situation. Emotional neglect, coercive control, spiritual manipulation, financial deception, verbal abuse, and anger, and a complete disregard for my well-being in marriage, all of it became service to the Lord. There's a lot wrong with that book. In fact, almost all of it, but I'm not going into that right now. I'm just going to mention a couple of points. The first problem with his premise is that it assumes a universal application for both men and women. He fails to recognize a crucial biological, God-designed truth. Women orient completely opposite to men in relationship. For a husband who's starting out with healthy masculinity, not perfect, but healthy, by doing his role as the initiator in the marriage, it could totally heal his wounds. The practice of stepping into his God-given role will help him grow spiritually and emotionally. But applying that same principle to a feminine creature who's the receiver in a one-flesh relationship, it doesn't heal her. Instead, it slowly destroys her femininity, the core of who God created her to be in marriage. Asking a woman to step up to a role that's meant for masculine initiation, it forces her to act against who her Creator uniquely designed her to be. It leads to exhaustion, depletion, isolation, and disconnection from her feminine heart. The ideology in that book taught me to fracture my soul, which was already in an unhealed and raw condition.